Growing demand for fresh-from-the-farm fruit, eggs, and vegetables has turned the nation into a veritable field of greens. Martha Teichner does a little digging in our Sunday morning cover story.
As farmers' markets go, it isn't impressive. One little stall in the lobby of an office building. It's not impressive unless you consider where these vegetables were grown. Look up, way up, just about eye to eye with Drew Barrymore on that billboard. Yes, the roof.
This is Brooklyn Grange. It's a 40,000 square foot rooftop farm. It's about an acre. And we're growing probably 50, 60, 70 different varieties of vegetables.
Ben Flanner and 4 friends are running a commercial farm here, 7 stories off the ground, surrounded by a to-die-for view of the New York skyline. The soil, 1 million pounds of it, had to be raised a sack at a time by crane.
There's thousands and thousands of empty rooftops across New York City, and it just makes sense to do something productive on them.
Commercial farms on city rooftops may not be a trend yet, but the growth of farmers markets in this country definitely is. Just out, U.S. Department of Agriculture figures showing the number at 6,100 plus, up 16% since 2009, meaning more than 850 have opened just this past year.
Smells good, doesn't it here?
Yeah, it does. It smells great. Look at this. Speaking of the USDA, it has a farmers market every Friday outside its Washington, D.C. headquarters, where Deputy Secretary of Agriculture and farmers market booster Kathleen Merrigan shops regularly.
The access to the fresh, high-quality food, the joy of connecting with a farmer really should be there for everybody.
Do you think in the last few years something fundamentally has changed about how Americans see food and the access to it?
I think people are waking up.
Made fresh, hot out the oven.
Madison, Wisconsin has the nation's biggest farmers market. Naturally, it sells local cheese.
This is coming from Modesto.
Every region showcases its own specialties, from Portland, Oregon, to here in Portland, Maine.
We've got some carrots, some basil, tomatoes, blueberries.
Just randomly stopping customers, especially younger ones. What's clear is that shopping at farmers markets isn't just fun, it's serious, part of a socially responsible life.
And what does that mean for...
He's going to eat well.
Yeah, and he's getting food from, his community.
For decades, we've been hearing about the death of the family farm. But consider this. Farmers markets and other forms of selling straight to customers are helping to keep farmers in business.
This is the first time we've brought leeks this season.
Third-generation Maine farmer John Snell makes twice as much money selling here as he would selling wholesale to middlemen. Now, this next piece of information may come as a shock.
Somebody who's got 1,000 acres, soybeans...
And corn in rotation.
Do those people make more money than you do per acre?
No. Their gross per acre is significantly less, which is why they're farming 1,000, 2,000 acres, where we're probably farming for vegetables maybe 25.
It's about eating well and living well, working hard. I don't have to go to the gym, I just go outside and do a little work. Okay, that goes in the bucket.
Stacy Brenner grew up in the suburbs. So did her husband, John Bliss. They're part of a new wave of committed farmers.
So none of this is about money. I want enough to live on, but that's plenty.
They operate Broad Turn Farm in Scarborough, Maine.
The produce CSA, that's the bread and butter of our farm.
CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. Customers pay $500 a season for a weekly share of the produce.
I'm pickling cucumbers this week, and a new favorite of our house is the lemon cucumber.
Instead of going to the farmer's market, members, as they're called, come to the farm.
It's hard to sometimes figure out where to fit everything in your fridge. And I end up giving stuff away, especially squash.
They know exactly where the food was grown, they know how it was grown, and they leave with a really broadened perspective on farming.
The USDA is spending roughly $5 million a year as part of its new Farmers Market Promotion Program. The first grants were announced last September on the day First Lady Michelle Obama launched the new By the White House market in Washington.
This market is not just about food, it's about our community. And this is just the beginning of the discussion.
Much of that discussion is about how to make healthy food available to lower-income Americans in urban areas considered food deserts.
My granddaughter is covered by WIC, and her mother, is covered by WIC.
Farmers markets that accept government benefits are seen as one answer. Washington, D.C. markets match them with what they call double dollars.
Today I'm planning to get some melons and some corn. And with my free dollars, if they still have the crabs over there, I'm going to go for some crabs. Not bad. I'm going to get 10.
Sure enough, they did. Caught the day before, steamed that very morning.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
But here's a question. Without double dollars, or WIC, or some other government program, are the people who need access to fresh food most priced out of farmers markets? In season, there are bargains, but in Washington, Mark Seibert sells his organic milk for approximately $12 a gallon, with no apologies.
We feel that the prices we charge reflect true costs of production and getting it here to market it.
This is worth every penny.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
$12 a quarter of a pound.
This is expensive, but it's already washed.
At New York City's Union Square Market, Brazilian chef Marco Moreira is concerned about price, but he's more concerned about quality.
It's a guest of honor, but, so use it, carefully.
It's Wednesday, and the market is crawling with chefs. Not to mention, on average, 60,000 other shoppers, all looking just like Moreira for their guests of honor. Those perfect chanterelle mushrooms, or maybe teeny-weeny little cucumbers the size of your thumbnail.
Want to taste the parsley?
Oh, it's really strong flavor, too.
That's why I recommend everybody tasting all day long. Tasting is believing.
Moreira's restaurant, Tocqueville, is half a block away and features a daily green market menu.
The ingredients speak for themselves, so you don't really need to do a lot to them.
Back in the kitchen, Marco Moreira's composition takes shape. Tomato confit, corn salad, crispy zucchini flowers, chanterelle brown butter vinaigrette.
A little taste of summer.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works.
Grilled lobster meets the green market in all its glory.
Japanese vegetables, shishito pepper.